Okay, so they've been working on this for 4 years. No shot. They've been working on Highguard for 4 years, and that's what we got. We finally did it. Oh, we finally did it. We got Highguard to close up shop. Highguard's final update arriving soon. Thank you for playing with us. We're shutting down on March 12th. Since launch, more than 2 million players stepped into Highguard's world. You shared feedback. I I think we did more than shared feedback. I I think that's putting it lightly. Created content. Yeah. Oh yeah. Believed in what we were. Many believed. They've got to be like numbers that you can count on your hand. It's not a lot. Despite the passion and hard work of our team, we have not been able to build a sustainable player base to support the game long term. Yeah, but they were talking about how they don't need a sustainable player base to support the game long term. What happened with that? We'll hope you'll jump in with us one more time to show you support and get final great matches in while we still can. Team is excited to release one final game update to enjoy in the remaining life of the game. We'll be adding in a new warden, new weapon, account level progression, and skill trees. Something that they should have had from the get-go. Like, what? This is insanity that they're now adding in level progression and a skill tree. Like, this is something that within the release of the game, like within the first month, they should have expedited it. They should have had this like the main focus of, hey, we're gonna get this out, because that's like the one major drawback of what the game had. Like, you literally play it and you don't do anything. You're just stuck in this limbo where you don't level up, you don't progress anything. You can buy cosmetics though. Like, come on. Oh man. Now do marathon. I don't think marathon's gonna flop as hard as Highguard. If we take a look at things, Highguard outlasted Concord what by like 6 or 7 weeks. Concord lasted like what 2 weeks, and then they shut it off. Highguard lasted. It's gonna be coming up on what 3 months now, almost. So like 2.5 months, 3 months. Marathon, I don't think it might flop. It might last like half a year before they might like start doing something. Like, honestly, like Marathon, if it wasn't like, we're being real, Concord was like a 3 or 4 out of 10. Highguard was a 5 or 6 out of 10. Marathon, it's like a 7. I don't know. Like most of my complaints with the game were when trying to do controller bindings on it and all the fucking menus. Horizon Hunters Gather, that game's gonna flop. Like, it doesn't matter really like what they do. Like, this game is kind of doomed. Everyone already like made up their mind on it. Just looking at that trailer, and then it's like, I don't know. You could have just individually DM'd all 264 players. Oh man. Let's go on Steam DB. All right, 340 players. Yeah, that's not bad. It's pretty good considering how things are with 600 player peak. Yeah, it's not bad for considering how bad things are. You'd expect it to be lower, right? 1 month. Oof. So what happened that after 8,000 players, it just kept dropping? This is February 7th. Okay, so is this when they stopped paying people to play their game? Is that when like the money ran out? Because there's like a sharp decline here, because after that it just kept dropping. Or were the was this like one of the updates that they were pushing? Like, I think they would have released it what, Thursday, Friday. I think that's how updates roll out, on like Thursdays or Tuesdays. So like the update could have rolled out, and then that's why the player count spiked. It, it's kind of a sharp drop off. And as soon as the reception was poor, they needed to be pumping out updates like weekly. They needed to be working their ass off to make up for all the lost ground. Like the game was missing out on a lot of basic features. Like you can't just roll out with no weapon attachments in the shooter game. Like, come on, in this day and age, like you gotta have weapon attachments. You gotta have weapon level up progression. You gotta have character progression. Uh, they had to have more skins you could unlock, more things you could unlock, and they just didn't have that. They had like what 2 or 3 skins. Won't have to worry about it anymore. Come a week now. Yeah, Highguard director confirms the game released without content as they're running out of time and money. No way. It's just baffling to me they released the game in such a skeleton state and decided now is the time to add account levels and introduce some skill tree system. It's crazy to see the parallels between this game failing and seeing Marathon come back after so many tests. When you're out of time and money, you have to release a game with the runaway you have available and hope players will stick with you post launch. Or you just can it. You just oh man. I don't know how you can try to argue for releasing the game in the state it was in. Can't argue it. Like that's the thing I was saying from the get-go. Like there's nothing that separates this game from anything. It literally has nothing going for it. It's literally a mesh of like 5 or 6 different shooters together. The weapons you need attachments on them. Like they should have added an attachment system where you could find attachments because having just the iron sights and then I think it was a 3x like that's not it. You need to have different weapon sights. You need to have like different barrels. You can have a suppressed weapon. Like it's a shooter game and you can't have a suppressed weapon. Like what are we doing here? People say Highguard is Concord 2, but that's an insult to the legendary status of Concord's failure. There's a whole ass PlayStation game with branded DualSense a TV show that didn't even breach 1,000 concurrent players on Steam. Concord's failure was insane. But you also have to remember, Concord, you had to pay for it. It wasn't it wasn't free. This is the roadmap that they had initially. And it's like they needed and as soon as like they saw the reception, all they had to do was like speed the updates out. Like change how long they were doing the game plan and you got to send those fuckers out. You got to just keep adding content to the game to start patching the bleeding. They never did that. That's why the game kept on bleeding people. If they would have kept adding stuff, like I think the game could have maybe lasted till the end of the year. They probably realized, yeah, we need some progression, some form of progression. It's like it's too little, too late. You can't really do that as soon as like the game is gonna shut down like a week after. Like, come on. There's really nothing else besides like the developer saying we swung for the fences in a saturated market and made something genuinely new that we love to play. You might have loved to play it, but everyone else didn't love to play it. Regardless of how it turned out, I'm proud that we tried to bring something original to the table in the shooter space. So he's confusing originality with meshing like multiple shooters together. It's not. It was such a mesh of games that it doesn't have an identity. You're just like, oh, like it's an AI slop game essentially because of the lack of identity. The dev team was the best I've had the pleasure of being on, which is saying something. Oof. If this is the best dev team you've been on, I had to feel bad. You must have, like, every game you've been on must have flopped. I don't know. And the memories of building this team up, creating a game from scratch and playtesting it over the years. So what amazes me is like the amount of delusion. Like, there's no way that you are happy about how the game turned out after years. Like, this is a game that you'd expect they've been working on for, like, 6 to 8 months, maybe. Like, come on, let's be real here. You can't be saying that. For the people who enjoyed Highguard, I keep, for the people who enjoyed Highguard, I don't know. Can't express how much it meant to us that you showed up. There weren't a lot of you. Well, at least he's not deluded about that. But you meant everything to us, and it kept us motivated. If it kept you motivated, why are you shutting the game down? The few remaining developers on the Skeleton Group Wildlight have been showing up, working tirelessly, creating new features and finishing up some that were partially complete. Since the launch, we shipped meaningful updates every week. Meaningful updates, they added like one thing per week. And it's like you can't do that. You have to add like multiple things. When the game is bare bones, you gotta add like 4 to 5 things that are new that will improve gameplay, that will change the gameplay up, that will add something new, a little bit of spice, something, some flavor to the game. And they didn't do that. After like the poor reception, they did increase player count, which is like, if they did that in like a couple days, that means that they already had it planned. Meaty raid mode improvements and one more big content drop is staging right now. So that's the new update. Everyone has their thoughts on why the game failed to find an audience. Many theories are partially true, and many are way off the mark. I have my insights, and everyone who worked on it will be thinking about it for years to come. I pity anyone who grabs a beer with me in the next 6 months, as this is all you will hear about. Either way, I learned more from releasing Highguard than from 7 previously successful shooter games. Okay. Alright. Well, anyways, at the end of this 4-year journey. Okay, so they've been working on this for 4 years? No shot. They've been working on Highguard for 4 years. And that's what we got? No, that's insanity. That's absolute insanity. You can't be making this stuff up. Like, what? No. There's no way in hell that it took 4 years to come out with that.